Hey ladies, Coach Rob here. I'm looking forward to working with you guys. I appreciate you getting online and getting your Trainerize account set up. As of now, there's still a couple of you guys that need to activate and fill out the consult. So if you can get on that, I really appreciate it. The quicker you guys get things done, the quicker I can do things to help you out, identify the gaps, and get you ready for the race. The intention of this video is to get you up to speed on the assessment that I emailed you on a little bit earlier. It's going to be this sheet. You've got the attachment in your email. I'm going to use it as my guide. So we'll go item by item all the way down. I'll give you a quick little discussion on it. I want to make this video as short as possible, just so that you guys have an awareness of what to do. And hopefully you're doing this all together, because as you do it, if you can use a dowel, a broomstick, or something to help straight, you'll see how I use this to really make things a little bit easier for you to assess the movements. The first thing you need to do is a couple of pain clearance tests. One is a shoulder impingement test. That simply is reach around, grab your shoulder, keep the palm pressed in, elevate the elbow up, make sure there's no pain in this shoulder. If there's pain, I need to know. If there's not, we're clear to keep moving. Do both sides. It's just a go, no-go pain test. The second clearance test is a lower back impingement test. If you've done yoga, that's a cobra move. You're going to lay down on the ground, your hips are on the ground, you're going to press your chest up and away, you're going to extend through the spine. We need to know that that doesn't cause pain. The third one, C, is any other painful movements, and that goes for anywhere in the process of this series of moves we do. If there's ever pain, stop it, note it, score it as 0. I need to know those kind of things so I don't ask you to do something that's going to cause you more injury. The second series is the movement screening. This is quality of movement. The first one is overhead shoulder flexion. This is where you're going to use the dowel. Hopefully somebody's with you. You're going to have it just along the side, ankle, hip, and shoulder. And then as you do that, what I'm looking for you to be able to do is looking from the side, hands stay shoulder width apart, you're going to drive up and around. I need to know if it looks like this, or if you can only do this. Optimally, you're going to stay in alignment. This hand's going to go up, the elbow's going to clear the ears and go back, and there's no pain. I'm looking to know if there's movement in the spine and the hips through there to achieve that range. So again, there's information on the Trainerize account of how to score it, so do that please. Second movement is overhead squat. You're going to grab the dowel, set it on top of the crown of your head, press it overhead. With your feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, you're going to do a deep squat. When you do that squat, I need the dowel to stay over the footprint area. Coming down, so if it's like this, that's not over the footprint. If it's like this, that's probably over the footprint, I'm guessing, and your hips need to be below your knees. That scores a 3. It doesn't matter what your score is, I just need an honest score, because if you score it high, I'm going to have you do things that you probably shouldn't do. After the overhead squat, active leg raise. You're going to lay down on the ground. Your partner is going to hold the dowel right at your kneecap. You're going to be facing up, by the way. On the ground, with the dowel at the kneecap, you're going to simply raise one leg up as far as you can. If your heel goes past the stick when it's at your knee, that's the minimum I need to know. If it goes past the midpoint of the thigh, that's a maximum score. Okay, that's good hip mobility. The third one's a little bit tricky. It's called a Cook hip lift. What I need you to be able to do for that is hip, back again. Either have a tennis ball or a lacrosse ball. Tennis balls are really easy. But on that tennis ball, you're going to be down on the ground. Take that tennis ball, belly button off to this side, draw the knee in, keep that belly button pressed in. This heel is going to be back against your glute. From there, you need to raise the hip up as high as you can get. The way you use this is make sure there's a straight line knee to hip to shoulder. And I'll show you on this side. But keep that in tight. I need you to get full hip extension up with the ball not falling down. That's a perfect score. Second and most important is you can get the hip up and the ball falls off. Either way, I just need to know how you score it. The 3-point dowel plank You're down on your forearms in a plank position. The rod or the dowel goes straight down your back. It needs to be in contact with your head, your shoulders, between your shoulder blades, and your sacrum. And you need to hold that as long as possible. A dead hang, grabbing a monkey bar or a pull-up bar, you're going to hold on to the shoulder, hold on to the bar, keep the shoulders pulled in nice and tight. Hang as long as you can. The time element for your score is in there. Standing broad jump. I'm not going to do a huge jump, but basically that's drive the hips back and drive the hips forward and go as far as you can. Hopefully you jump further than I did. The 1.5 mile run, this will be done at a different time. Preferably it's on a track so you get exactly 1.5 miles. I need to know the time, and it really helps me out to know your heart rate performance on that. So if you have a heart rate monitor, I can use Polar Heartbeat and get into your account if you accept the invite that I sent you. If not, you can always send me that information. But minimally, I need to know the time it took you to run 1.5 miles, and it needs to be a good time for you. Spartan fit test. This one sucks, man. It's 5 minutes straight. Do all the good burpees you can. Nothing wild and crazy and slinging in the back and stuff like that. But a nice solid burpee. Keep your body tight. Down, back, down, and up. Not a race burpee where you're doing a lot of back extension and twisting and twirling, all right? Good reps is what I want. And then the other one in there is push-ups. As many push-ups in 60 seconds. Your thumb joint's going to be even with your collarbone and just outside your shoulders. Then from there, it's just as many solid push-ups, chest to ground, as you can get. I really don't care what your scores are. It's a starting point. It lets me identify the gaps in performance that I need to have you work on in the next 4 weeks. So good on the scores. Work together doing it. You can cheer each other on because Spartan's all about teamwork, mindset, tenacity to overcome, which you're going to need some tenacity on that Spartan fitness test. If you have any questions, email me or send a message through Trainerize. Those are the two easiest ways to get a hold of me. Other than that, I look forward to working with you guys. Communications is the way we're going to get as fast as we can. I appreciate it. Get this done as soon as you can. I can get you a program to work on. Thank you, Coach Rob.